Okay, welcome back. This is, I believe, part 4 of our Design a CNC series. Uh, Now, if you remember where we left off from part 3 last time, is we're looking at a front and a back support. We got our two main support rails out of 80/20, and we got a spoil board. And we have modeled this in a parametric modeling suite, aka SolidWorks, and um, one thing that we did, something I like to do, is our front support and our back support are actually the same part, just different configurations. So this is really important that if we want to go change something later, all we have to do is change one of them, and the changes trickle through, which is very nice. Now, I did not make our spoil board or the holes based on exterior dimensions. I can. I'm not going to worry about that just now. If we change something and it makes it all funky, I can come back and we could do that later. But just for the sake of time, we want to breeze through this, and so we're going to just kind of get going with it. So, uh, obviously, the next thing that we need to do now is put on our SBR rails. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to come over here and open up Google Chrome, and we are going to go to GrabCAD. Yes. Excuse me. And let's see here. And we are going to search for SBR20. And I was looking at these a little bit earlier. I think this is the one that we want to use. It's got a lot of thumbs up, a lot of downloads. Now, something that's going to be very helpful is we actually have these specs so to what they were supposedly built by. Now, I've found that these are not always accurate. Um, and just as a word of warning, the ones on eBay, they might not be accurate as well. So we're going to have to roll with it as they come. We might have to get creative. We'll see. All right, go ahead and download that. Let's go ahead and show in Finder. If we double click that, we're going to get our files, and I'm just going to go ahead and drag that into our tutorial. There we go. Now, let's see, we can go ahead and close that. If we come over here and we open it, okay, let's see here. I guess we need to be on our desktop. And there it is. No, wait, there it is not. Where'd it go? CNC tutorial. Well, let's try that again. Show in Finder. Oh, I wonder if I just, I think I dragged over the wrong one. Let's try this one. There we go. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. I'm bad at computers sometimes. Let's see here. There it is, right there. Okay. So if we open this guy right here, now you're going to notice something almost immediately. This is in metric. Well, I guess it's not obvious just by looking at the screen, but if we do an evaluation and we do our measure, and we measure, let's say, from here to here and get a center distance. Okay, 33.25 millimeters. Okay, well, the great news is that SolidWorks is perfectly content to work in metric and standard at the same time. So this is not going to be a problem for us. This is actually quite nice. Now, if it were me, America would run on the metric system. That being said, I don't know the metric system as well as I should. And so I think better in inches. That's why we're designing in inches. If you wanted to design in millimeters, knock yourself out. I think it's actually probably it's much better. But my intuition works better in inches, so that's what we're going to work with. All right. So we're going to configure this because here we have, if let's actually go ahead and see. Let's see how long this is. Looks like they make it 800 millimeters. And it's probably the same for the, so let's go ahead and start with this guy. And we need this to be 32 inches. Now, notice something really nice. Whoops. We do not have to, put do our conversions. SolidWorks will do that for us. So all we did just now, it's still recording. All we did just now was just type in 32IN and SolidWorks does the rest. Thank you, SolidWorks. Now, was that really nice? Nice, and did it adjust the other one too? Maybe I need to hit rebuild. Yeah, maybe it didn't take it. Okay. Oh, okay, there it is. I'm sorry, I see it. So you can see that it's hanging over the end a little bit. Turns out that we were really close to where we needed to be, and that's why I didn't make it obvious. So we're going to go ahead and double click this one here, and again, type in 32IN. Now, if it were me, I probably would have made those linked together. And so when you change one, it would change both of them. That being said, I'm going to probably also break that rule in our design too, so don't get too hung up on that. We're going to go ahead and do a save. And it's an old version, so we're just going to convert it to the new version. Not a big deal, because we're running 2017 right now. And there it is. Well, no, I don't want the App Store. Oh, man. Okay, go away. Oops, I meant to click our assembly right here. Our resource monitor is complaining it's okay. The recording takes actually a lot of horsepower, so it slows us down just a little bit, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and insert a component existing. The SBR20 rail. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, gonna go with our mating now. We're gonna mate. Now you got to be careful with this 80-20 rail, and you make sure you select the right surface. That's the one we want there, right in the middle. There we go. And then either of these surfaces will do. That'll work just fine. And okay. Now, holy moly, look at that. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and just, actually, will it let me? Well, maybe not. I thought I could. Oh, hide. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and hide that guy right now because we don't need it in the way right now. And we're going to go ahead, and that's not the one I wanted, so I can go here, clear selection. Okay, hit that guy and that face right there. And boom. Now we're going to go back to using my favorite mate again, which is the advanced mate, the width mate. And for our width reference, we're going to do this and that guy right there. Now keep in mind, our tab reference can be, our width and tab, they can be swapped. It does not matter. Let's see here. I might have, okay, look, looks like it automatically selected the new one for me. Oh no. Okay, we'll tell you what, we're not going to use that one. We're just going to get a little lazy here, and we're going to use this one and that one, so I don't have to hide that spoil board. Okay, now looking at this, I think that we might get lucky on this one. Now, there's a couple things I don't like about this right off the bat, and you're probably exclaiming to yourself, no, 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 and I don't blame you. First is, I like that our holes line up fairly well. That means that if we get kind of a little bit of a regular T-slot nut in there, we can probably make that work. I am not super happy with that right now. We can make that work, but you'll notice that we don't have contact right here, and we don't have contact right here. And that bugs me, to be honest. It just bugs me. I am not sure how we're going to solve that. So we're going to have to play with this a little bit and kind of see what we're going to do. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to think about it a little bit so you don't hear me sit here and stumble on myself. while I come up with a solution. But I think that I was hoping that that would work out a little bit better and that that flange would cover up and hit up here and kind of hit down here and we'd have a little bit more coverage area. This is not working out kind of like I thought it would. But it's okay because, I've had worse things happen to me in my life. I'll live through this one. But let's go ahead and I'm going to take a little quick break and think about this for a bit and I'll let you know what I come up with. Um, in my head, I envisioned that coming out a little bit farther. I could have done the math ahead of time, but as I said earlier, this is my process. This is just kind of, I just kind of stumble my way through things. And yeah, sure, I can save myself some time and, do the math ahead of time. But then again, then that also takes time too. So I just kind of like to discover things as I go. So, uh, anyways, don't worry, we are not dead in the water. We will recover from this. We will rebuild. We will be stronger than ever. So hang tight, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.